Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, The Town Watch. My name is Josh Town. Thank you for stopping by today. And you read the title correctly. Yes, I bought a watch from Versace. Why? It's kind of crazy. Why in the world would I do something like that? Well, I'll explain a little bit about that as we do the unboxing today. But yes, this is a Versace watch. Maybe you didn't even know they made watches. Well, they do. And they actually have a couple different brands. So this brand is Versace, but they call it their Versus brand underneath that Versace line. And these are cheaper watches compared to the actual just branded Versace stuff that they put out. So I don't really know too much about their watches, but I found this one randomly a few months ago and I ended up purchasing it. So let's take a peek and see what I got here from Versace Versus. Definitely a fashion watch, that's for sure. And an interesting piece, no doubt. As you can tell right away, right off the bat, what are we even looking at here? I don't really know, but I'll tell you why I purchased it right here in a moment. But there it is. Oh man, what do you guys think about that? Some of you might be able to tell why I purchased this watch. If you know me well enough, you know that I've been saving my money for a Cartier Santos, and so I was kind of looking for something that was similar to that, and you can definitely see the case shape of a Santos here. Of course, there are a lot of differences with this watch and a real Santos, but that is why I purchased this, because it had that same case shape, at least similar, and so I wanted to check it out in person, and it was pretty cheap. I don't even remember what I paid for it, but if I have time, I'll put the price right here. It is a quartz watch with a sub-second dial there at the 6 o'clock. And let's see if we can get this thing running. Take the plastic piece out. Like I said, I've had this for a couple months. It's just been sitting around waiting for an unboxing type video. I probably won't even do a full review of this watch, but I wanted to at least show it to you here. And let's just start taking some stickers off if I can. So I want to hear what you guys think of this piece. To me, it's kind of funny looking. There's some interesting things about it that kind of just make me laugh. I mean, just even a watch from Versace, it's kind of funny in my opinion. I don't even know too much about the Versace brand as a whole. I know a lot of their stuff that they put out is pretty expensive, but people buy it and like it. In spite of that, let's get all these stickers off here. So this is the watch. It's actually quite big. You know, square style watches, square shaped watches wear bigger than their round counterparts. And so we'll get some measurements here in a moment, but very interesting. They got these raised up tigers or lions, I think it is, here at the bottom portion of the case and at the top portion of the case, as you can see. So that's an interesting thing. You get a black and gold color scheme going on here, gold Dauphine style hands. You get a textured dial and you get that same texturing around the bezel here. And interesting coating on this watch. It's like a high gloss black coating of some sort, and then these center links have more of a satin brushed look to them, but a lot of glossy black going on here. You get a pressed clasp, so nothing special. Fold over, signed portion there, and yeah, just an interesting cheap quartz piece from Versace and their Versus line. This might be a first for YouTube reviews, I'm not quite sure, but interesting piece, no doubt. no doubt. Let's get some measurements here and see what we're working with. It's going to be kind of hard to measure. I'm going to try and get just the side to side of the case here. So it's measuring 40 millimeters, which isn't a bad size, but it feels and looks larger than that in person, in my opinion. Get a thickness here, 9.5 millimeters, lug to lug distance of 50 millimeters. So I usually like to stay under 50, but let's see what we got. And a 22 millimeter lug width, and the bracelet doesn't have much of a taper, but it goes down to excuse me, about 20 millimeters toward the clasp portion right there. And those are the measurements. Let me put it on my wrist and give you a quick wrist shot. I'm wearing a new watch that came in from 9-4. This is their Culture Chronograph 2. I reviewed a prototype of this watch and I loved it so much that I purchased one on pre-order, and it finally came in, so stay tuned for a full review of this cool piece. Alright, so there it is on my 6.5-inch wrist. Definitely looks big for sure, even though it's 40 millimeters across the case. It wears bigger than that. Probably wears more closer to like a 43 in my opinion. But there it is, you get a look of it on my wrist. I'm not going to be keeping this watch. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it at this point, but perhaps try and sell it, maybe give it away. I'm not sure many would be interested in a watch like this, but we'll see what I'll do with it. Let me charge it up and see if there's any lume on these indices. So you do get some lume here. It's actually coming in better on camera than it is in person. It's really faint in person, so it's pretty bad. A really poor application of lume on this watch. So I wanted to take out my Cartier book that I have back here and kind of show you a little side by side of what a real Santos looks like and see how similar it might be here. So let's flip this open, and so here you go. You can see they're definitely trying to copy the Santos case shape here with this Versace watch. It would be nice if I could just, you know, maybe grab this medium Santos off the page and show you here side by side. You know, if I could just snap my fingers and look at it, you know, it'd be pretty cool. Alright guys, so please let me know what you think about this Versace watch, this Cartier Santos wannabe, you might say. Love to hear your thoughts down below. I don't particularly like much about this watch, and like I said, I'm not going to be keeping it, but wanted to show it to you here on the channel anyway. Please let me know what you think of it, and please give this video a like if you liked it, and stay tuned for future videos here on the Town Watch. Some exciting things are about to happen on the channel. You're not going to want to miss it, so please stay tuned. That's it for this video. We'll see you next time here on the Town Watch.